hey. What's up, fellas? Episode 7.
Episodes brought to you by Scotty's Donuts.
What's up,
Don't know
brother?
who that is, but they did not pay us, so don't go there.
It's home of the Baker's Dozen, DuBois, Pennsylvania.
Horrible town. Or no, I found 2 other cards that I wanted to grade.
Ah,
I have a couple more for our next grading shenanigan.
I'm about to send out a sub if you wanna
Hop on it?
hop on. It's $20.
Is it sports or is it TCG?
It's sports, but they do TCG also.
Bet. I might have some sports stuff.
Let me know. I'm like looking
Little
to do like 5 more cards.
have a little Max Scherzer action going on. Oh man. See, here's my thing with grading. If I could grade everything that I really wanted to grade, I would grade bullshit like this. Like, look at this Pete Alonso Classics.
so why don't you?
I don't know. I really just want to get the Mac Pros and just do my little Wally Wall.
It's for PC?
Yeah, look at this. Because these
That's
are
what
like, because like for me, like, yeah, like for example, like I sometimes get torn between, and we've talked about this before, where it's like you're collecting, but then you're also sometimes you let your brain take over the monetary value of it, you know, and
Yeah.
you're like, why am I going to grade this? A PSA 10 goes for $10, but like, all right, dude, but if you like that card, you know what I mean? Like,
That's why you go Mac Pro.
yeah, that's why I like the idea, and I think I want to do that. Honestly, I think
So
I
I
want.
think you should, man.
You guys see my my Kobe 90 cards that I have back here, right? They're
Yeah.
they're all PSA graded. Not a single one is a 10. They're all 9s, 8s, 7s, and I think 9s, 8s, and 7s. Oh, there's a 6 in there also. The freshly forged is a 6.
Yeah,
But I don't care. But I think same thing. I'm just gonna. I mean, I like the way it looks, even in a one touch. Even just display it in a one touch. But if I can get something, and I know Bruno and I have been talking about the Mag Pro. We were talking about it before we got on. Get a cool custom label for your PC. That way, that it like belongs to your PC. It's almost like getting a card slabbed at PSA. With your name on it. It's just.
I would even grab the PSA label and just like finagle it and be like, like Lewis's Pete Alonso collection. Like the set would be like Lewis's Pete Alonso collection or something. You know what I mean?
It's not a PSA 9, it's PSA 19.
Yeah, baby. PSA Infinity.
Yeah, it definitely looks better when it's customized like that, especially for a PC and for display.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't grade the cards just because you like them. I think that's the wrong approach.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the card and it's raw, just get a nice holder for it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the grade.
You might want every single one of your cards in your PC in a PSA slab. You might want that, or a BGS slab, or XGC.
I wonder if there's a market that PSA is overlooking for like to just get it encapsulated and not graded. Like I know they do that for like autos and stuff, you know what or like memorabilia. Like the DNA circuit, right? Can you?
You could definitely get. So I have a perfect example. I have a card that I'm not sure if it's even real or not. It's this. I just want to get this card slabbed and authenticated. It's a McNabb Contenders Auto 1 of 1, and I've seen other cards like this before. I've never seen the 1 of 1. The difference between this one, it's the stamp, the 1 of 1 on the back is a little funky.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a stamp, like kind of like a white box stamp that those white box that they give you at the National.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but it's got a stamp there. So I don't know if it's part of that, or it could just be a fake card altogether. So I do want to get this authenticated and put in a slab. I don't want to get it graded though, because I know it would get a terrible grade anyway. So, but that's one of the cards that I'll be sending over to PSA.
So they do that?
They
Yeah.
authenticate it.
Yeah. So you can get like if what wasn't the LeBron triple logo, man? Was that graded or was that authenticated?
No,
I know there was a big card that was.
You're right. It was authenticated. Yeah.
I
Holy
know there
shit.
was a
You're
big
right.
card that was pulled. Couldn't tell you if that's the one.
The one from Golden. The one from Golden Options.
Yeah.
It was definitely authenticated because I remember pausing it and trying to look at how it graded, and I remember being like, "What the hell? Where's the grade?" Oh, but
I'm
anyway,
on Golden right now. Yep, it's authenticated.
Just authentic.
Yeah, so authentic. So
Yep.
the guy just wanted the card encapsulated.
It was probably fucked up maybe on the edges or whatever. That he's like, there's no point. But, a card like that, you also don't want to leave it in, a top loader.
Right.
You want it encapsulated. So, it makes sense.
Yeah, that card, yeah, hands down. What about this bad boy? What are we doing with this?
What is it?
It's a canvas combos. It's a Charles Barkley and Karl Malone.
Ooh. Send that to HGA.
Oh.
Start a repack.
Oh, Pokemon and sports.
So this episode is actually a little bit different. I think we need to fill the audience in on what partook prior to the recording of this episode.
Yes.
We went skinny dipping.
We went streaking through the quad. No, we actually we got dinner, which we've done before. We've done group very romantical bromantical dinners.
Yes.
But never recorded after.
Never have I ever.
So again, a little different than usual. We are recording late. It's currently it's 11 p.m. So we might be a little off our game, or this may make for a great episode. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
And that's the beauty of it too. I think that in my head I go back and forth about creating an outline, having actual topics, which work, but sometimes you just have to shoot the shit and see what happens. You know what I mean? I mean.
Yeah, man, exactly. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes the best topics come up that way. You just don't plan for it. I mean, some of the funniest things come up that way. It's just all no prep, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, sometimes we'll be kind of like, hey, what should we talk about? But that's fine. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
A good conversation is always a good conversation when you don't plan for it.
And a couple of things always wind up happening too. Either we start talking about things before we start recording, or at dinner we start talking about, we should talk about this, and then we have a full-fledged conversation. It's like, all right, well, we have to have this conversation again. So
yeah,
our dinners are gonna probably start being so quiet. Then
we're gonna start streaming right from the restaurant.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
But hey, PSA, they actually they just did something recently. They were on. Oh, it was a card cleaning update. So they're definitely. I think, Serge, you brought it up at dinner actually about the serial numbers. That was one of the things that started coming up. That if you're
say hi.
using the wax on serial numbered cards,
yeah,
it starts peeling away at that foil. So that's a big no-no. But in regards to cleaning the cards themselves and altering and all that stuff, so what's his name? Cards HQ.
Oh, Jeff.
Yes. So he sat down with the head guy at PSA, and he had a pretty good interview where they started talking about this, and um, I forget the guy's name. I think it was the president, but anyways, he had mentioned something that makes sense. He was talking about how, like, we've had these discrepancies with the cleaning and even just the grading itself, where to you it might look like a 9, to somebody else looks like an 8. Sometimes it grades a 6 or it grades a 10. It's all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So they've actually, according to him, they've started to use a way to track who or the individual that grades a certain way. So they're starting to pinpoint, like, okay, well, it seems to be from this area where they're doing grades for this type of card this way versus over here, or maybe this shift, and from this shift it's turning out to be this guy or that guy. So I think they're starting to narrow down,
Who's getting
like,
tens?
how people are actually grading, how the graders are grading. And at that point, they're going to take the step on whether the individual needs more training, maybe just needs like a kick in the butt, or removal, and we need a new person entirely. So I think that's pretty cool,
Well,
for them to try to get on top of that.
yeah, yeah. Especially if now you're talking about two locations that are having different graders with different training. Like, I can only imagine that the people in the West have been doing this for years, and like we've seen those videos where like the room is poorly lit, and they're holding your cards, and it can sit on the desk for weeks. Now, the people that I think are being hired here in the East Coast to grade are probably a little more familiar with the hobby and the actual monetary value that goes into these cards. So obviously they're not only a little more I don't want to say a little more lenient, but they're a little more excited to see higher grades. You know what I mean? So it's there's been times that I've seen PSA 10s come back that it's like, no way, this is a 10. And I've seen cards that it's like, man, this is a 10. What are you talking about? You know? But
But
that's really interesting that they're gonna go and start, like, pretty much putting the lighting a fire under people's asses, because it's like, hey, listen, last week this guy graded 10 cards, and this is the new benchmark. Why aren't all you guys following that? I think that's cool.
why does it take something like this for them to them to go ahead and start doing these spot checks though? Shouldn't this already be getting done? Shouldn't this, you work for any company, you're being evaluated based on your performance. If you can't grade cards, then you suck. Then you shouldn't be grading cards.
You know
That's the way
what
I
it
see
is.
it.
You know
It
what it
shouldn't
is.
take, and that's why to me, like him coming out and saying this, that now this is what we're going to start doing. It's a crock of shit.
Yeah.
It's just covering their ass. Because if they really gave a shit, then they would be spot checking already. They would be, you know, checking in on shifts and graders and seeing what they're doing. Not once the shit hits the fan, or not with all this magic spray that everyone got.
We all have it, baby. Listen, and that's crazy, because at the end of the day, that interview, maybe it was in the works. But, like, I mean, there's been a ton of influencers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, card enthusiastic people that wanted to get into how grading happens, and for a long time you just couldn't get through the door of PSA. And it's funny that how all the timing, because there was a instance that was a couple weeks ago that I saw, that the same card went to both locations of PSA, and it was two different grades, and it wasn't like a 9 to a 10, it was a 6 to a 10. Now, the crazy thing is that 6 to an 8, okay, I get it. Maybe maybe something happened and you overlooked something and you gave it an 8, but you understood that the main thing of the card was that it was off-centered or it was the edge wearing or the corners, whatever, right? But dude, to give something a 10 and then pretty much your other office gives it a 6, there's a problem. And before they could also too, no one's gonna go after all these internet warriors might not go after PSA. I mean, maybe, but for them to make a huge deal, PSA was like, let's give an interview and let's start looking at what we can say before this shit explodes. Because if that explodes, if you're telling me that if people start losing interest or start having doubts in grading, then it's now what? Now you're gonna look at a card that's a PSA 10, and don't mind the noise in the back. That's the washing machine that's gargling. It's definitely not my wife under the desk right now. I promise you that. But it's imagine if you're trying to sell a PSA 10 that goes for $10,000, and you're gonna have that guy that come look at it well, is this really a 10 or is it a 6? That's not a 10 because I think I see something. Because all of a sudden, when people want a deal, they become experts. And they're like, well, and it even happens, they'll look at a card, they'll be like, can you take $10 off? There's a little whitening here. And it's like, dude, no, or even a $2 card. They'll be like, can you do $1? It has a little corner, this corner is not perfect. I'm like, okay.
You ever hear somebody tell you that your PSA 10 isn't a PSA 10 because it's off-center?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a true PSA 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
And I'm like, 10-ish. It's a goddamn 10.
And it's crazy because even it's, what is it, the 60-40, right? The 60-40 rule?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, when it's, and I mean, I get it. Okay, it's your money and you can buy and shop however you want. But then just be like, okay, not for me. I'm looking for a perfect 10 in my eyes. So I'm going to look at your 10 and I'm going to be like, all right, cool. What's the pop on this? Okay, there's 800 more cards that are graded 10. I'm going to go maybe try my luck at another table and see if I can find a nice, a more centered one. If it's pop 2, then it's like, okay, I'll take it. Come on, man.
I was at a card show. I was hosting a card show, and in my box of cards, I had two PSA 8s of the same card, and somebody picked one up, and he looked at it, and he's like, "All right, I'll take this card." And then he keeps looking through the box, and he's like, "Oh, you have another one in here. Actually, I'll take this one because this one's a little bit better centered." Both PSA 8s. Okay, that I get. He's picking. Right. They're both priced the same. He just picked the one that, in his eyes, even though they were both the same grade, one was a little bit better off-centered than the other one, which is fine.
Yeah.
But now for somebody to say, hey, yeah, your 10 is off-centered, so it's not truly a 10. Well, it's a 10 grade, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go buy a 9. Get away from this 10.
Yeah.
Serge, what do you know about Deion Sanders' Topps Finest?
It's so weird that you say that. It's really weird that you say that. The card that I was talking about was a Deion Sanders rookie card.
That's why
That's really weird. Topps Finest, is it a refractor? Let me see.
Looks like it.
Yeah, those should do pretty well. Those are tough grade. Topps Finest is a tough grade.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then you don't know if that card originally came with the peel coating. Usually they do.
Did I ever tell you the story of this card?
No.
This happened.
What year is it?
1994. The Topps company. Yeah, number 206. Finest. Yeah. Topps Finest. Deion Sanders.
What are the stats? What's the last year on the stats?
93.
That's a 94.
Yeah, 93 career. So did I ever tell you the story? I got this card at the iPlay show. and had two kids come up. Okay, one kid had, I think it was like it was a football card, and one kid had a football card, the other kid had a football card, and I know nothing of like old football cards, right? And he asked if I had football cards, and I said I have them in my dollar box. I think he pulled I think it was a Burrow card that I had in there, which was a regular base Burrow. It wasn't like anything, you know what I mean? Because it was all cards that I had asked Kevin and Bruno to look at to see if they should go in the dollar bin. He grabbed the card and he said he grabbed that one and he grabbed like another two, and he was like, "Would you trade these two for this one?" Kid A said that. And I looked at Kevin because Kevin was to my left, and I was like, "Do I trade it?" And he's like, "Yeah." He trades it, and then Kid B goes, "Can I trade you this one for the card he just gave you?" And I look at Kevin, and Kevin goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay." Apparently, Kevin said this was like a $20 card.
Well, the last one, it looks like a refractor. If it's a refractor, the last one sold on April 15th for $66.
I was gonna say that's like a $50-$60 card.
Yeah,
for sure.
There you go. So we're in it. We're in it to win it, boys.
That's it.
That poor kid. He was like, "Can I get that card?" I was like, "Sure, I guess." I don't. And he's like, "Yeah, I gave that fat guy that old ass card."
Now that's how you trade up challenge.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Ever tell you guys the story of the it was my first show about the kid that went to my dollar box and paid with $100 bill?
No.
So do you guys usually
That's ridiculous.
You guys usually bring change with you, right, to these shows, like singles and fives, and so I same thing. You know, I brought like $100 in like fives, tens, singles because you got the dollar bin, and
Yeah.
like I'm still setting up. Kid walks over to the table, starts rolling through the dollar bin, picks out two cards.
That's
And he's like, "How much for these two cards?" I look at them like, "Oh, those are $1 a piece." He's like, "All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna ask my dad for money." He walks away with the two cards, goes like two tables down, flags his dad. His dad gave him $100 bill. He comes over to my table, hands me the $100 bill. Kid took all my change before the show even started. And then, like, looking back, I'm like, you know what? I probably could have just given him the cards, but dude, that's not the principle. Like, it's like,
why are kids such menaces at the fucking shows, man?
I mean, because they're kids.
yeah.
But it's like
They're still learning. They don't know.
you know who really was a menace? You remember the Philly show where that kid kept coming to Danny and asking him to price his cards, and then
That was
asking
great.
him how much he would pay for them, and then Danny would be like, "You could probably sell it for like $6," and they could be like, "You wanna give me $6 for them?" And then he's like, "No."
The funny thing is, on that one, the kid was actually pretty smart. Why would he waste time trying to price his cards out when he could just go to Danny
The dealer, Serge,
and price it out for him?
He comes back the next day with a dealer patch, with a freaking vendor. I can't even pull it, but the vendor patch, the dealer tag. And then he's like, "I just priced his whole table. I just priced it out for him."
Dude, he spent hours. He's just sitting there going through each card.
The whole weekend.
He just kept coming back. He's like, how much are these? How much are these? He sat there, he's researching. I'm like, holy fuck. And you even said these are like 50-cent cards.
Yeah, I looked at them. Dude, Serge, he'd give them to me and I'd be like, "Yeah, these are like 50 cents each." You know, and he's like, "Okay." Danny would be like, "Well, TCG player says they're $5."
Yeah.
And then but it's sold on eBay for $1, but 130 point says it was actually not sold. Every fucking card. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
He got played.
Oh, he got played big time. Big time.
We got to get him on, man. We really got to get Danny on.
Both Danny's.
Both Danny's.
All three Danny's, actually.
Oh, Larry Bird? Talking about Larry Bird?
Yes.
Dude, doesn't his dad look like Larry Bird? If you say he doesn't, I'm leaving the podcast
absolutely.
right
Yeah.
now. I was watching Last Dance, and Larry Bird came on, and I was like...
At least that one didn't have any ranch.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Oops.
Yo, I still definitely... I love these Disney cards, man. Remember, Bruno?
Was
the Disney
from the
100.
National, right?
Yeah, the Disney 100 cards.
Oh, okay.
Man, those
You didn't get into Wakanda, did you? We might have gone over this.
No,
I tried.
It was
I
only
can't
for
get
brick
any.
and mortar. It was only for brick and mortar, and you
Yeah.
had to be selected, and you can only have one vendor. They reprinted the first set, Bruno, because they saw that the first set was skyrocketing, and that the price for booster boxes was going insane, and they said, "Fuck it, we'll crash the market," and they reprinted it.
And that's when people started going crazy because they're like, "Oh, what the heck, man! Like the value now just went to shit."
Yeah, it
So
would have been
everybody
good
has
if
it.
they did a first edition, and then unlimited, because then you don't kill the value, right?
Yep.
Is it still a thing though? Like, are people still buying it?
Yeah. Well, now,
Dude, it's big.
Dude, now they're crazy. Now they're doing these, like, they're gonna do the world tournament, and they're choosing one store from each state to hold the championship, like to hold like state championships.
Yeah.
And it's one store per state. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
it's like,
stuff's going good.
and it's like you would think it would be like the most popular store, but from what I'm hearing, there was this store in Delaware that didn't get it. That was and I'm not going to say the name because I don't know if they want me to disclose that information, but they can seat comfortably 70 players, and they can seat uncomfortably 120 players. Okay.
Imagine what that place smells like.
Oh, there's a reason why they don't do Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. But there's a reason why they do 70 players. That's exactly why. And the owners are like, dude, I'm not going to stick 120 fat kids in here that then it's going to smell like shit. I'll do 70, and that's enough, and we'll all have a good fucking time. Right?
Let's see how good your spell is against my aerial.
No, they don't even talk anymore. They just wear headphones, man. It'd be nice if they talk.
What are you at the World Series of Poker? You're playing a fucking Disney.
Oh my God. I don't think I ever told you guys. When I went to the regionals in Atlantic City with Danny, right? Dude, Danny played this guy that was dressed as a cat.
Oh my God.
Did we ever tell you that story? Did I ever tell you that story? Okay. You remember, babe?
Yeah.
There was this guy that had the ears. Grown dude. 5 o'clock shadow and everything, right? Had the paws. It was like mittens. Okay. Had a collar. And he had a little Persian doll, like the Pokemon Persian, a little doll. And he would pet him. And then we saw him and we were like, yo, what the fuck? Can you imagine if one of us... We saw him on day one. We were like, what the fuck, dude? Imagine if we have to play him. But we're just like cracking up, right? Dude, fucking Danny gets to play him, right? And you know, this guy's making Danny look cool. Okay? Dude, he goes out and he introduces himself. He's like, my name is something, something. And then he says, meow. And Danny's like, oh, I'm Danny, blah, 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 right? They shake hands. And he puts his doll there. And he starts petting his doll. And he starts playing. He's playing all cat Pokemon. And before they started, because like they give you like a couple of seconds or a minute to shuffle your deck and make sure you have your dice out and blah, 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 right? But this guy, Danny was asking him like, oh, man, I like your, I like your little cosplay, right? And then the guy was like, thanks, I'm a gym leader. I'm here at this table. I'm trying not to laugh so hard, and I mean, I'm a fucking douchebag, right? Because I'm just there like, dude, shut. You're gonna make me laugh. He goes, yeah, in my local card shop, which is cool as hell. He's like in his local card shop, they have set up kind of like a Pokemon gym, and he's like the gym leader. And there's like a couple other trainers that you have to play first before you get to him. And I think that's cool as fuck because that's kind of just mimicking the game.
Replicate the game, yeah.
Right. So that's so it's cool ass idea for the card shop, right? Now, so he's like, oh, yeah, I'm the team leader there. In case you haven't noticed, I use cat Pokemon, blah 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 blah. And obviously Danny is such a good person to like talk to because he's like, that's pretty funny because I'm playing Eradicate deck, which is a rat, and now I'm gonna play a cat. And it's cat and the mouse, like that's pretty cool, and they're like giggling about that. And then Danny fucking destroys him. Okay, obliterates him, and the guy, you could see the guy, you could see the guy with like his cards, right? He's fucking like this, right? He's looking at his cards and he's like, and then he starts petting his fucking.
Hyperventilating.
He's getting upset, and he's just like, this,
right?
And then, dude, but I'm like, the way he was talking before, I was like, Danny, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Like, he's a fucking gym leader, like at a card shop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you say that to me, you gotta have some cred.
Yeah.
Can you go dressed up as him to the National?
Laundry's done. What happened? Dressed up like Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cat gym leader.
The cat gym leader. I wish I could find him on like social media or something. Hey, cat dude, if you're watching, hit us up.
There you go.
Please.
We would love to have you on.
We would love to have you on. But yeah, it was a cool experience because you see kids that are like 9 years old being like beasts in the game. That is sometimes complicated because like the point of the game now, the modern game, is you need to go through your deck as fast as possible to get all your cards out, to make your combos, and just like once you have your guy out that's gonna like kill everyone, then you're good. Then you just chill. You're cruising, you know. But it's like you gotta be smart to come up with your own deck. Because it's easy to look at how it's going in Japan and look at the deck that's killing it over there because they get the sets before us. So then you're looking at who's winning the championships over there, and then you just mimic the deck here. You wait for the cards to come out, you mimic the deck, you already know what card's doing well. But there's people that make their own, like, they're called deck recipes. There's people that make their own. And I think it's cool. I mean, dude, I wasn't doing that when I was 9. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I was toying with different decks. I was actually going to ask you when was the last time you played, but I used to. But again, this was with 3 sets. You know, this was with base, fossil, base, jungle, and fossil.
Yeah,
we were trying, and the same thing. Like these, then Gym Rocket came out, Gym Leader, and all these. Like I never got to play with a gym deck. Like. I never because that's when it just got out of control, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
But when was the last time you played?
I think a little bit after COVID, when I started the channel, and I think remember when Champions Path came out?
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I played. Not officially. I think I did. No, officially I did. I think I did some pre-release tournaments, which were okay, but not like a regional or something like that. Like I don't think I would have loved to, but
yeah,
time it wasn't right. The kid was still like a baby, like really really young. I wasn't gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? And they hadn't been doing it because they started pushing the online game so much. But I was playing online. Online's fun, I think.
You know what we should do?
Play?
We
Not
should
play?
we should open up your heavy pack.
My heavy pack? No.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, so at the Bruno, remember we were talking about the collectors marketplace, collectors marketplace at
Yeah.
American Dream. I sold the Skyridge pack to Don Diego, remember?
Yes. You told me.
She sold it on Whatnot and got the crystal ho-oh out of it.
I have no idea what that means.
That means I got fucked twice.
Oh, okay.
She was like, you should open it. And I was like, yo, with my luck, I'll get like a trainer, a rare trainer out of this pack, right? And she's like, and this isn't like weight or anything. I'm like, no, it's never weight. And one day, I think I'm DJing, and I just keep getting tagged by like random people on Whatnot. I'm just getting tagged, and I'm like, what is going on? Because she had told me she was gonna put it up that night, so I logged in, and then I logged back out, and I watched the replay, and she was telling everyone to tag me and to follow me. But yeah, man, whoever got it, that was nice. Good for them. Good for them, because it would have sucked if it was like that whole hype about the pack and then there's nothing in there. Obviously, if me or you would have opened it, there was nothing in there.
What was it?
Of course.
100%.
What was the card? The Rayquaza?
No, the Crystal Ho-Oh.
The Crystal Whole Oak?
Yes.
What
the fuck? Sounds like a fucking
Gypsy
tasty cake. Tasty
Queen.
cake.
Gypsy Queen.
Peter just came up. I got this spelled wrong. Crystal Hulk Oak?
Yeah, the Hulk Oak from the Marvel series.
Hulk Oak.
Bruno, when are you going to have Gypsy Queen?
I'm not. I'm not doing it.
Come on. We love
No.
Gypsy Queen.
No, I'm not doing it.
That's literally the reason why I go to the National to buy Gypsy Queen.
I'm sure you do. You want Gypsy Queen? I can get you Gypsy Queen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get me some Gypsy Queen, man. Love that shit.
No. I don't have time for Pokemon, and I don't have time for baseball.
Oh. Just got this beauty today. Thanks to Ironbound Brakes. Shout out to Ironbound Brakes.
Do not deflower her.
This is...
You should have bought the other one.
I tried. You didn't let me.
Hey, at least it's encapsulated. Otherwise, it would have been altered.
Oh, fuck. See, you don't even know. It's under your pillow. Go to your pillow. It's under your pillow.
Kat doesn't let me bring her.
You know, my wife sleeps with all her slabs behind her. Right, Mama?
See, look, the Deion Sanders I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's the rookie, and I have tons of these.
That's not Topanga. What are you doing? What are you showing us? You got me all comfortable. Show me some dude. What are you doing to me, Serge?
I can't find the other Topanga. Oh, wait.
What is this, Mama?
I found it.
It's orange.
Garbaggio?
No.
Buy this one. Come on.
Look like a pocket
$500.
rocket.
The shots.
Oh, that's right. What is that? Let me see that.
It's 500. It's numbered to 10.
It's a weird way of spelling a 5. Oh, that's a red one.
Yeah, it's the red one.
So, riddle me this, Batman. When you bought those, you just bought the quantities on top?
I bought 40, and in those 40, one of them was numbered. So,
And do they do that randomly? Or
yeah,
is
any tops now. I got Bernie's mixed with Topangas.
You still got some Bernies left? That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
Oh, you got a lot of Topangas.
Yeah, a ton of Bernies.
Let's see what Top Style's selling. What are they selling right now? Anything cool?
$5.
Huh?
$5.
All right, so I'm at MLB Tops Now. Is that what it is? MLB Tops
Yeah,
Now?
Tops Now. So you have, when a card comes out, you have, I think it's like, depending on what it is, like 48 hours to place the order. Then they only produce the amount that are ordered.
Oh.
So this is the most. I don't know if it still stands as the most produced Tops Now card, but it was the most produced Tops Now card of all time. So they get 10,000 orders. They're only making 10,000 cards, and then they insert random numbered, like the Superfractor 1 of 1, the number to 5, number to 10, 25, 49, 99.
Where are they on the website?
Tops Now.
I'm in Tops Now right now, and I'm just seeing 9
So
cards.
like when that dude got smacked in the nuts.
Oh yeah,
What was his name?
Nolan Shanwell.
Matt.
he got
Matt
the
Schmeickel?
testicular
They
contusion.
should have made a Tops Now card of that.
That would have been great. But see, these just look like regular baseball cards.
They are. They capture moments. So
Oh,
this was the
gotcha.
Fauci card of when Dr. Fauci threw up the
Fauci.
first pitch.
Love that. You got a 10 on that? Nice. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I see it. Kevin Stogner's spectacular free kick and home victory.
Yep.
Nice. And then, they have Tops Now archive.
So Panini or Topps did the same thing for the draft the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So they put out the Topps now that, they can have certain licensing.
Uh-huh.
The first, Caleb Williams, they had his first card, the Topps Now card in his, with like the rook with. Actually, I didn't see those. Did you see those, Bruno? Did they have logos on them?
For who?
The Topps Now for the draft.
No.
They didn't have the logos.
No,
Or were they
because
holding the
I
jersey?
don't think they're allowed to.
They're not, but were they holding the jerseys?
Oh, but those jerseys don't have the team name on it. Like, it doesn't have the logo on it. It just shows the number. I don't think you'll see like the logo.
It's like a what's it called? A TriStar. they give the rookie a TriStar box.
Yo, I found a cool one. I found a NASA Perseverance Mars rover landing card.
What?
Yeah, look, I'll share my I'll share my screen for y'all. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So like
Cool.
world events. No,
That's cool.
so they're not even holding up the jersey, Bruno. It's just them in their tuxedos.
That's what I figured.
Third round pick, quarterback, taken third overall selection, and then it does have the rookie card logo, which is pretty cool.
Sold out.
Of course.
Yeah,
Sold out, baby.
yeah. Look at the price on it, and look and see what they go for.
$70. Very official Topanga. $70. And how much is it selling on eBay? Let's see. Scissors here? Negative. But I have a knife. Let's see. Tops Now.
So they have the numbered ones also when it comes to the autograph versions.
Okay,
so a blue number to 49 sold for $350.
So they have.
And then the base ones. Looking for a base one. All these are numbered.
I mean, that's from 70 to like $200 or $300. That's crazy.
Maybe they were all numbered. Yeah. $300.
Yeah, set to 99 or less.
Yeah. Look at this one. Out of 10, it's $500 right now. Raw. That's
you
crazy.
might find you'll see my red is in there.
Your red is in here?
It should be, yeah.
You want 600 for this one? Come on, man.
Is that the red one?
Yeah. Red 6 out of 10.
So
PSA 10. Top 2?
Of course, mine is a pop too. Yeah, that's the other guy that has
That's the other
the other one.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that's dope. I like that. All
He
right.
actually messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, like, do you think of selling yours?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I have it on eBay, dude." He's like, I don't want to like over like price you or anything. I'm like, dude, price it at whatever you want to. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Do you, boo boo?
Yeah.
I'ma do me. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Look, 346 for an autograph one. That's a blue one though. That's out of 49.
49, yeah. See, mine is jersey match because the Phillies are red. So
I was just gonna say that.
There you go. Oh, look at that red auto.
Look at
That's
this one.
nice.
This one's badass. It just went away. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that one's nice. Ooh.
Ah.
Oh, man.
So what's your beef with HGA?
They made a post
About like changes coming soon? We heard you.
we heard you.
We heard you.
Apparently somebody bought the company and just like cleaned house, and then the people that they kept on left. So like the people that we knew there, one of them got fired or let go, and then the other person left because the other person got let go. And then they were just telling apparently my source said that the new owner was like reaching out to everybody trying to get like pointers and stuff like that. Apparently it's an owner that knows nothing of the business and just had deep pockets to invest in it. But we'll see how that's going. I mean, you can't sell an HGA slab for, you can't give those away, man. It's so hard to move. So hard. It's nuts.
See, but kind of going,
there's no market.
Kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier about like, because look, I'm holding actually an HGA label, but they were kind of like the pioneers of customizing labels and kind of getting what you want. Like if you want to start a PC with and personalize a slapped card, like that's the route to go.
Yeah.
I think the downfall was
they probably should have stuck to something like that. It's like, hey, you know, we can encase your cards because let's be honest. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad slabs.
No,
they're good quality. They do really good. Even the paper, I mean, I'm holding this. Even the paper they use for their labels is good quality. It's like thick stock.
They had good graders. I think that the problem is that when you, so they had, they came out and then they graded a fake auto, right? It was like a fake auto of somebody that they graded, and then their reputation just went to shit. And that was at the time where like a gazillion other grading companies came out. And now they've got into the TCG world, which is ironically like as customizable as you could get, because you could do color match to the card or the sets or the Pokemon or finish the art of the card. You know what I mean? For the full art and stuff. And it was working for them. I think there was a close group because I had people who loved HGA and they loved, like a buddy of mine, Corey, he loved HGA and he loved the idea that no one in the world had the slab that he had. He loved the customization, that he knew exactly what he wanted on the label. He was paying them custom fees to customize the label and send him a proof and being like, change this, do that, put this on there. And you knew for a fact that nobody in the world would have that same slab. Essentially, a true one-of-one PC. And I think what happened is once they tried to redo their grading scale and say like, hey, listen, they came out with this thing called flawless, which was trying to compete with the black label, right?
Yeah.
And they essentially said, listen, if you have a 10, send it back to us. Because they had subgrades. It's like, send it back to us. And if these subgrades are this, then yeah, you have a flawless. We'll send it back as a flawless for this fee. And now it's like people just like, I don't know, man. It put a sour taste in people's mouths. And it just was like, you want more money. You want the slabs back. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, you want to push your flawless brand out there instead of giving me my custom label kind of thing. And yeah, man, people were just like, no, fuck that. And then also they turned it into a joke where it was like, why do I want, like, who the hell's HGA? Yeah, okay, whatever. Why are you selling HGA at a PSA price?
Right.
So it was also kind of like the seller's fault for trying to move that product too. You know what I mean? Like, listen, a basic label is fine. But like if you're doing like a custom label and you're thinking that it's giving the card a little more value because it's customizable and you're marketing that aspect of it, that it's HEA, it's custom label, they have grade graders, they have subgrades which PSA doesn't. It's worth this much. It's worth maybe more than PSA. Then you have a problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean they struggled for a while. They had during that pandemic when they started up, I think it was around the pandemic. Yeah, it definitely seemed like a new idea, a fresh idea that could emerge and could potentially compete with the other big ones. But yeah, man, they fell apart quick. And remember, I think it was at that national. Remember, I bought Jordan Finest, and then you guys looked at it, and you're like, "Dude, I think there's a hair in here."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we look closer at with the magnifier. We're like, "Oh, yeah, for sure, there's a hair in here."
Their big thing was customization of the labels,
Yeah,
and turnaround time. Well,
yeah,
but then every grader that came out around that time, around that peak where you were waiting 8-9 months for your cards at PSA, their claim to fame was, yeah, well, we'll have our turnaround times aren't what PSAs are. Yeah, obviously.
There's this
yeah,
Bruno, there's this
There's also no pubes in your inside of your slabs.
yeah, exactly.
there's this grader in Japan called Tag. Okay.
Yeah, I know Tag.
You know they're using AI now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Dude. First of all, the slab looks amazing. I think,
yeah. The slabs look pretty cool.
right? The slab looks really cool. But now check this out. We had a
They were
guy,
at the national last year.
yeah,
They
man.
had a big,
Yeah.
big presence.
They had this one of our buddies in this Discord that I'm in. Um he pretty much wanted to test it out, and not only the AI did not fail, it had he had graded that card with BGS, so he knew the grade very well. And this is a card that goes back to 2016, so it was still like before the hype, and like the grade was a true grade. Let's call it that, right? But he sent us the link to his let's call it a grading report. And I wish, let me see if I can do this because I really want you guys to see. All right, never mind. I guess I have to update my Streamlabs. Anyways,
They're detailed though, right? They break it down.
dude.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys hold on? Okay, can you guys see this? Right? Okay. Pop. What else does it say? Graded first card graded, total graded, right? All that stuff, right? Look at this, okay? They give you the card scan, right? Sorry. They give you the card scan. What is going on? Thank you. Okay. What the hell? All right. They give you the front, they give you the back, right? Now, this is where it gets fun, Bruno. It gives you details of the corners, the edges, the surface, dimension. It shows you where the dings are. It shows you the centering of the card. Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Dude, look how detailed this is. Look how detailed.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want my cards being that. Like, how many 10s do they have? How hard is it to get a 10 from them?
I don't know.
What was that card graded, the card you're showing us?
It was an 8.5.
Okay. Do you have one of a 10 by chance?
No, I don't.
Because I'm curious to see if there are any imperfections. If it's a 10, it shouldn't have any imperfections, but...
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, that if AI is catching all this and it's showing you what it's catching, like literally...
I wouldn't want my cards graded by them. My gem rate's gonna...
I mean, you would if they're tens.
Like, I mean...
Right?
And then the best part is that they take professional pictures of your slab and they give you options where you want a picture for eBay, Instagram, Facebook, for your story, for your reel, for TikTok, in whatever like format you want, and you could download everything like that. I think that's cool.
It is, if that's what you like, if you need all that detail. Like, I could understand that detail being provided should it fall below a certain grade. Like, if it falls below an 8, I would like to see that report because I want to know what you saw, because I'm sending it in thinking it's a 9.
Yeah.
And I got, or you could take it to another level and say, okay, when you submit your cards, here's the grade you think you're going to receive. And if they grade it lower than that, then provide me the report.
Well, remember PSA used to do that. Remember? You would put, PSA would tell, you would say if it's less than an 8, don't grade it.
Yeah.
They would bring back the report. And then what happened during the boom, that people just started putting minimum grade 10s. So that's why they had to take it out.
Correct.
But yeah, and listen, maybe that's why that report is there, because that card got graded at 8.5. You know? Let's see a report of a graded 10. I wonder if it has all that info, or if it's just like, here's your...
That's what I mean. Like, I could understand that if it's a low grade, because those details to me are important.
Yeah.
If you care about that stuff, or if you want to know why it's so low. Yeah. But if you're getting even an 8, if you get an 8, 9, or 10, what's the point? Like, why do you need those details?
Yeah.
Especially a 10. Why do you need that?
Agreed.
It's supposed to be a almost perfect card.
Well, according to the AI, it has to be impeccable.
Right.
That's what if they're looking at 4 points over the decimal, like...
And it's not capturing any imperfections.
Yeah.
That's why I'm curious to see what a 10 comes up with all those photos. Because I want to see if like they're capturing, like slight imperfections on these cards. But I'm not gonna lie, the encapsulation looks really cool on it.
Yeah,
I really like it.
It's sleek.
It is, sleek. Yeah.
And they did have a nice presence last year. I wonder what they're gonna have this year, because it looks like they have pockets for marketing.
Are these the ones that have the geocoding, or weren't they gonna come up with a slab that had like tracking, like GPS tracking?
Oh, like AirTag shit?
I'm pretty sure they were. I don't know if it's tag, but some company was coming out with that, so you always know.
I'm not sure.
That's interesting. I want to look that up.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, we say it all the time, but PSA is a little old school.
Yeah.
The way that they grade the cards. You know, they can hire as many graders as they want. It's still a very primitive grading system. And I think that's the biggest problem is the inconsistencies. I know they're trying to tighten up on it based on what Ryan said, the president, but I think that they need to start thinking about technology.
Yeah.
And
The future.
using that to grade their cards.
Yeah.
You know, you want the eyeballs, after it's graded and all that, because you just want to
check it.
double check.
Yeah.
But having a person eyeball it essentially and give it a grade based on what they think versus what a computer is capable of, which is no bias. I think that's the issue there.
Is that the Triple H thing in the back over there?
No, that's the Jordan. I'm like, there's a couple I didn't put on there, but I'm like almost 10 cards away from filling that.
Speaking of Jordan, I gotta go finish the episode, man.
You mean Save the Last Dance, like when he tries to?
Well, Jordan's he's gonna meet her in this episode, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's gonna meet her in this episode. They're gonna dance.
Yeah.
I just placed an impulse bid on a 2012 Contenders Andrew Luck on-card auto, PSA 10.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Highest bidder right now at $1.25.
PSA 10?
Hey, yo.
PSA 10. That's sad.
What is there, like 10 days left?
6 days.
You want to see something really sad? Do you guys remember Matt Harvey?
Yeah.
The Dark Knight?
Wasn't he?
I met.
Yeah.
Look at his slabs.
He's the cuckoo one, right? He's the one that went cuckoo after the breakup or some weird stuff going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Who did he date? Anyone famous? Or
Adriana Lima.
Yeah, he like went nuts.
You know, those
he just
Brazilians,
started going like really depressed and like his head was all
crazy.
crazy.
He lost like 200 pounds.
But then he got traded like towards the end of his career, like he went somewhere.
He went to the
and then he started doing okay or something like that. I forget.
Yeah, I think he went to the Indians, I think. And then I think he went to they designated him for assignment, and then we just never heard back from him ever again.
He didn't understand the assignment.
He was. I thought I was a big Harvey fan, man. I was a huge Harvey fan.
Well, that was when they had. It was him, Syndergaard, and wasn't there one other?
DeGrom.
Were they all at the same time? All three of them.
Yeah, and Bartolo Colon.
Oh, okay. And Bartolo Colon.
Dude, Bartolo did amazing with the Mets. He hit his first career home run.
Every time I have a conversation, somebody's got to bring up Bartolo Colon. Let me tell you something. Bartolo Colon was 187 years old.
He was a great Met. He wanted to retire as a Met. Didn't they like sign him to like a 1-day contract?
Don't most Mets retire as Mets?
All right. How do you kick people out of this? Can I right
I can
click?
do it if you want.
Can I right click? Or can I just curse you out in the chat?
You can do that too.
Oh man. But yeah, the Matt Harvey slabs are going for insanely low. I picked up a rookie patch auto, and I picked up a BGS 8 or BGS 9 of his futures when he played the futures game, which is pretty cool.
All right. Even though baseball still sucks.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody cares about baseball.
Okay. Where the hell's Kevin when I need him? God damn it.
Just the uniforms.
Oh, man. And the cups.
It's funny, though. I did a Topps Chrome Black break just now, and of course the guy I pull is the guy we talked about last time, Nolan Shanwell.
Oh man.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
When I saw your message saying that you were going to do a break, I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, man. I got to get to sleep. You got to do a break at this time?
It was like the quickest break.
And then I go on to say, and the break was already over. I'm like, oh, it's 10 o'clock.
Dude, me too. I was like, yeah, Jess, I can help you with the laundry. Bruno's doing a break. And all of a sudden he sends the link, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, man, that's how I roll.
He doesn't even, he just goes straight to the hits, probably. He goes straight to the hits. Oh,
Straight
man.
to it.
I'm making mystery packs for my son and my daughter.
Really? You do that?
Yeah. I told you Cristiano's really into Spider-Man, so I remember I had Bulk, and he likes like Hulk and Black Panther and Captain America and Spider-Man. So I put a bunch of all these together. I was trying to look for some Pokemon stuff, but I think I'm gonna do that one separate. But they've been doing really well, like just cleaning up after themselves because they're still young, but like he's now understanding that he has to like clean, So I figured I'll make him a little something to him.
That's cool.
Boost the thing, and then obviously my daughter's gonna want one as well. So I just grabbed all the Marvel girls because she's like now he can't even go get a bath because she'll start. Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you, she's like 90% potty trained already.
Nice.
She takes off her clothes. She pulls her diaper down and she goes and she sits. Like one day we're like, where the hell is she? And she was sitting in the bathroom in the freaking potty with the lights off, and she's just sitting there. And then I was like, what are you doing? And she starts laughing, and then she puts her hand out, and I'm like, what is she doing? Like, she's like, my mom's like, give her a piece of toilet paper. I gave her a piece of toilet paper. She fucking wiped. She got up and there was piss in the fucking potty, dude. I couldn't believe it. I lost my shit. Can't even
That's
talk
great.
yet. Oh, it's so funny. Freaking kids.
No, that's great, man.
Oh, all right.
Your next little buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm next. Definitely next.
Hey, man, you're doing a great job at basically raising the new trade up challenge kids.
Please raise them well. Do not. No.
Don't send them to our table.
No. Say no to trade
I'm
up
going to
challenge.
send them to your table with $100 bills.
I don't care. I don't have any dollar cards to sell them.
Perfect.
I'm going to make a shirt and wear it as I'm walking at the National, and it's going to say, Breakers Club, your home for trade-up challenges.
And then when you get to the table, I have a shirt that said, fuck no.
I like that.
I think that's what the next shirt is going to be. The say no to drugs will do the say no to trade up challenges.
Dude, that would be a hit.
Fair to keep kids away from trade-up challenges.
Yo, that would be.
Or how messed up would it be?
Bruno,
How
Bruno,
messed up would
we
it be?
have to do that.
Yeah,
Guy needs to.
I will work on it.
If you're interested in a trade-up challenge, call this number and put like Kevin's number on a shirt.
It would suck. His phone is always dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Put Danny's phone number there. You know his phone is always on.
Put his dad's number in there. That's even better.
Dude, the amount of clout that we would get from other vendors for the do not support.
Basically, it'll be there.
It'll just say no to
keeping kids away from trade-up challenges.
Yeah, I like that. I'm down for that. I'll
work on it.
I think I like that.
All right. I think we'll end it on that, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
I gotta get some sleep.
If it's anyone's birthday out there today, happy birthday.
I think it's everyone's birthday today in the world.
Oh, man. 6 birthdays at the restaurant today.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday and gorditas, touch the taco, and all that shit.
Ay, que rico. Oh, man. All right, guys.
Scene.
Peace out.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.